What's up, Bean Crew? We up here in the sleepover house. We got Super Smash Brothers Brawl, the Nintendo Wii. We're watching American Dad as if it were 2012, and we're watching Adult Swim, even though our mom told us not to. I don't know. I just find it interesting, these parallels between what we're doing now. I'm buying back a lot of the nostalgic stuff that I had back then, and I know we got me and Jeffrey here now, but in the old days, me and my boys would call ourselves the Nerd Council. We'd have these awesome sleepovers where we'd have the Nintendo Wii and we'd play Super Smash Brothers Brawl and Mario Kart, and play all these games, Wrestling in the Dark, and like scooping, and uh, oh man, there was some absolutely wild times. And my mom, she was super generous, super nice lady, and I was kind of like the sleepover king. I'd always have the best ones because I had the nice finished basement, and we'd come down and we'd basically do whatever we wanted. We were absolute animals. At some point in the night, my mom would cook us like one of them oven pizzas and Delicio and whatnot. And then, my best friend, he'd always have like an entire 2 liter bottle of Pepsi gone in like the first hour. So yeah, that'd be a fun little thing that we joke about. Like he'd annihilate a Pepsi. We got something similar right now. I'm drinking a 7 Up Zero Sugar. That's the thing I got going on. I don't drink full sugar soda anymore because I'm an adult and I gotta be responsible. But back then it was full sugar soda every single time, and it didn't even upset our tum tums. And then we'd do stuff called all nighters. But I'm sure Jeffrey's gonna be home before 10. But we do all nighters and like wouldn't sleep a wink because my mom was so cool. My mom was a freaking awesome mom. She'd be like, "Hell yeah, you can stay up as late as you want," and as late as we wanted was absolutely no sleep at all. And then like I don't know, we got older and some of our friends, got a little more sleepier, and then they started sleeping. But that was a weird choice of them. A lot of us stayed up the whole night anyway. We'd go out in the middle of the night, midnight, 2 a.m., sometime like that. And we'd walk around, we'd throw snowballs at each other, we'd build snow forts and fight each other in the middle of the night, and it was so fun. We played this one game, I remember, called Backyard, and it was the goal of the game was just to go to the end of the neighborhood and then try to run through the entire neighborhood's backyards without getting caught. And a lot of the time, we did make it. I remember one time we had made it, and then there were the two slower runners in the group. It was yeah, these two guys. They weren't super athletic. They were sort of gamer type of guys, but they they got caught just like at the second house, and like we had already made it to the end, and those two guys were like, "Oh shit, what do we do? What do we do?" And yeah, they were absolutely just stuck there. They I don't know. I think they went into the woods and then, trudged through some shallow part of the river just to, get away from the guy. This is a funny little thing. And now Jeffrey's here. Jeffrey's got his Game Boy. Jeffrey, earlier today we were just at this place, Parlor Pond. It's a great spot here in Moncton, and he got Pokemon Silver. He had Pokemon Gold when he was a kid, and that's sort of the big nostalgic thing for him was getting that. And yeah, it's pretty much the same game, just you catch Lugia instead, eh? Yeah. um, we get yeah. I played Pokemon Yellow, but I still have all my old Game Boy games from way back then. So I've got my Pokemon Yellow, the Pokemon Red that my friend Josh McDougal gave me. Uh, I got Leaf Green, Fire Red, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I got like all the Pokemon games. Black and White 2. I got X. I got X, I think, and then I didn't play the Alola games, but I got you know Sapphire, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, whichever one I had of that. I think I got the blue one, Sapphire. But yeah, yeah, I was a big Pokemon guy up until like I was, I don't know, 15 or 16, and then I was like, it's not cool to be a Pokemon guy anymore. I gotta kind of tuck that away. But yeah, I didn't play a few of the games for a while, but now I'm back in it. I'm back in it, and I'm loving it. And I'm getting back all my video games. I'm buying them all back, and I love it. I'm loving it. We got Super Smash Brothers today at Parlor Pawn, and we also got the Wii. And Jeffrey and I, we were playing Super Smash Brothers, and we were absolutely having the best time. We were fighting bots and fighting each other. And then at one point, I set him up with a level three Olimar, and he couldn't beat it. But then I beat the level three Olimar, and I'm more of a brawl guy. He didn't have brawl growing up, so he didn't. So he's not like as pro strats as I am, but like still pretty good. And we were playing Subspace Emissary, and I haven't played Subspace Emissary in years, man, years. And I remember at one point we fought Rayquaza. Me and the boys, we were fighting Rayquaza at one point, and I just remember my best friend. He was screaming and screaming like, yeah, yeah, and like, it was the funniest thing. The funniest thing. Those boys, hilarious guys. He had my best friend. He had this scream he used to do. It was like when he was flustered, and it was just fun. It's so funny. He had weird things he would do. He used to eat pizza by rolling it up. We called it the him pizza technique. I'm not using his name because he's a serious career fella now, but um, he, we'd get pizza at the third Friday of every month. We'd go up for pizza, and if the bell rang and we knew we had to get back to school, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's time for the technique." So we'd roll it up, like from crust to the corner of his slice, and then eat it like he was a buncher, a thing that was taken in the tree. So we'd go just just like pretty much all in one mouthful, and then he'd just swallow it whole. And I remember a few years after we graduated, I went to that same pizza place, and you know what I saw? Some teenager doing the exact same pizza technique because he had to get back to school. And I was like, it survived. The technique survived. The new children, the new people, the youths, they're thinking of the same techniques. And that's just something about human evolution, that really says something about the path we're on as human beings. We're on a psychological adventure, and humans are getting better and smarter. And the people that are younger than us, they're going to have the same thoughts and same ideas and same techniques, but they're going to improve and get better. That's the thing, amazing thing about evolution. It inspires great change and great progress. And I'm sure in a few generations, they're going to have brand new pizza techniques that allow you to eat pizza faster and more. And that's just an amazing, spectacular thing that I think is evolution is going to do. Pizza is going to be eaten by the pie. You're going to be able to eat a whole pie pizza circle, a whole 12-inch pizza in less than a minute. I'm sure of it. 3 generations from now, that's what they're going to be doing with pizza. And I think that's incredible. That's a beautiful thing. And I think the more effort we put in to helping our youths evolve, helping the young people, get out there and learn things in their youth, in their early years, that as they get older, as they start experimenting and finding new techniques, I don't know, 5 generations, 6 generations, they might not even have pizza on the table. Like the pizza waiter is gonna set down the pizza on their table, but before it even reaches the wood, it's all gonna be gone. That's how fast we'll be eating pizza. It's the advancements, technology, evolution. That's what it's really about. The eating of pizza.